Hello and welcome everybody to Viral Vids, and today I'm going to teach you how to ride a motorbike. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel for more new updates, and we commence. Make sure it has insurance, because if you drive without it you're going to be arrested for 3 good years. So please keep on renewing. This is the old one, this is the new one. Yeah, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Now let's go to the main basic parts. As you can see, these are the signal lights, and to turn them off you just put them in. This one is the horn, and this one controls the main beam light. Yeah, and to the right over here, this one controls the engine kill switch, and other lights off the speedometer, and this one is the engine starter, and this one does nothing, but those are the main components. This one is the brake, and this one is the accelerator. On to the left here, this one over here, hidden below, is the clutch. So those are the main components, and as you can see here, we've added some extra lights for the motorbike so that I can see clearly at night while driving it. Now let's go to another basic component. Here we have the gear lever. This one is for adding gears, this one is for removing. So when you drive, you're going to put gears like this. Right now it is in neutral, that's why it can easily move. But when you drive, this is how you put in gears. You first put in the clutch that I showed you in the left handle, then you put in one, as in gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5. And to remove the gears, you just do like this. Yeah, and that's done. Or you can lift it up just like this. It's easy and simple. Now on to the other side. We have the brake pedal over here, the rear brake pedal. It's not that strong, but this is the main rear pedal. Okay, now on to the other main basic component, how to insert a key and start the motorbike. This is the key to this motorbike, so I'm going to insert it and I'm going to start it. Yeah, you can remove it once you've already put it on. And when you do this, remember you've also removed the lock for the steering wheel. If it's in lock, the steering wheel cannot move whatsoever, so you must remove everything and then put it on as the on indicator. And as you can see, to know if it's on, the signal lights are working exactly, and also the horn. Yeah, so now let's go to another basic component. Now as you can see, I want to show you how these lights work. On to my left hand is where everything concerning lights and the horn are. So as you can see, for the extra lights I added, I just switch on this switch and booyah, so that I can see more clearly at night. This one on this side, on the turn signal on the left side, it turns the left turn indicator, and when I switch it to the right, it switches on to the right on indicator. And when I want to switch them both off, I just press the middle touch. And to turn on the main beam component, I just press this one. Now you can, yeah, as you can see, it's on. I had to turn on the motorbike. I just start turn it off, turn it off, turn it on. Now on to switching on the motorbike. You first put in the clutch. You make sure it's all the way in. Make sure you are all secure. Make sure your mirrors are facing the right direction so that you can see behind. And you can either start it with this one, yeah, or you can either start it with this component over here. That is when the bed sheet is low and not working. So those are the two ways you can use to start a motorbike. And before you begin, as you've seen, I was just jacked off because I was in first gear. Make sure it's always in neutral so that when you start it, and you must keep it very hard. I don't know why it's not starting, but always use it when the battery is down. So you can either use this one or this one right after you've been started your tool. Now let's do a road test. As you can see, I'm in a parking lot. Very few cars, no children, and very safe and secure. So let's begin. I'm going to start braking around here and show you thereafter how to ride a motorbike and begin moving. Okay, now let's begin switching it on and moving about the plot or the parking space that I am in. So I told you to switch it on after you've inserted the keys. This is the button to press, and I press it while the full clutch is in and I'm in neutral gear. Okay, so I press it, add a little oil, good, put it in first gear, and we are moving. And as you can see right now, I'm using my feet so that I can get the momentum to start moving. As you can see, I'm just moving about slowly around the plot. I'm stalling as how airports do it. Yeah, and that is what happens when you release the clutch just once. So please make sure to release it very, very slowly. Okay, now let's go outside in the sun. Now guys, I'm out in the sun and I want to teach you how to ride on a murram road. This is how a murram road looks like, and the bike is already on from the previous tutorial I've just shown you in this video. And one thing you have to note about murram road is that they have a lot of rocks. So one thing to keep in note that you have to avoid those rocks and stones. Yeah, now let's begin. My bike is in first gear, so I'm going to switch it on as I told you. Exactly, and I'm going to put just a little bit of gas while releasing the clutch, and off we go. You just have to ease into it, and now I'm going to go into gear 2 so that we can have a smooth transition. Yeah, and there it is, gear 2. And as you can see, we are going downhill. This is another lesson that you need to learn and you need to know about going downhill. You can either use the rear brakes like that to slow you down, or the front brakes, which you will apply very, very gently to, so that you cannot be thrown overboard. Yeah, so right now I'm using the rear brake. It's not that powerful, that's why it's removing that sound. Yeah, you can hear it. And I've told you, driving on murram roads, you have to avoid rocks and stones at all times so that you can have a smooth bike transport and experience. Like that. Okay, that is so easy. As you can see now, I'm going to turn. When turning, please make sure you do big turns if at all possible, and honk if you are in a way that you cannot see other cars coming in from the other direction. So this is how you drive on a murram road. Now next I'm going to show you how to drive on a tarmac road. Okay, now I'm going to drive on a tarmac road that has bumps but very few people and very few vehicles. So I'm going to start it as I showed it before. Good. Rev it a little bit, then start moving as I release the clutch gently. Once I get momentum, yeah, that is a very, very big mistake. It stalls. So don't do that. Release the clutch slowly, okay? You did it. You dissed me, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You have to decrease your speed on a bump, okay? So don't you dare do that. Next bump we see, I'm going to decrease the speed that it needs to conquer it. So coming right up, and then relieve it, and then I'm going to press the back brake as I put it in the clutch. Exactly, a smooth, gentle transition, and you have to keep in mind to go on the lower gears. Don't go on the higher gears. Go drive on the lower gears. That is what you have to keep in mind. So this is how to go about on the next bump. Don't put too much acceleration on it. Brake a little bit. Boom. Now we proceed on to the next. Right now I'm driving in gear 2. Gear 2, please get it, okay? But you can also drive it in gear 1. A smooth transition for you and your passengers, and also so that your motorbike cannot stall or shut off or shut down. So please keep that in mind. Right now we are climbing uphill, and the gear for climbing uphill is 2 or 3. Right now I'm currently in gear 2, so that is what I'm going to use, and just drive it a little bit, but at the pumps, smooth transition. You don't want a rocky bumpy transition, okay? Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah.